Hello everyone, this is Brett. Welcome. It is Sunday. It's actually Sunday night because I worked on this video all day editing it because I was busy doing other things and kind of editing in between. But I just want to say hello and welcome. My name is Brett Thompson. I'm a blogger and vlogger, and I have a YouTube channel here, Boss Life Beauty, where I really talk about all things that appeal to me, like beauty, home, style, design, fashion, cooking, healthy eating, all the things that I'm enjoying at this stage of my life. So welcome back to my current subscribers. And if you're new to this channel, I really hope you find something of value that you enjoy. Today's video is going to be about weight loss. And I'm giving you a warning that I did this video after I worked out this morning. And oh my gosh, when I was editing the footage, I almost didn't want to put it up because I look so awful. Oh my gosh. The reality check, the pre-makeup reality check. But the information is super valuable, I think, and I'm sharing my experiences on losing weight over 50, and so I figured that I'm going to put my ego aside. I'm going to upload the video. It looks great. So please try to watch it with a kind heart, and I hope you get something out of this video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about weight loss, and I want to show you some pictures that I'll put in this video about a couple times in my life when I've lost weight and times when I've gained weight and the different types of ways that I've done it. Particularly, I'm going to talk about vegan versus keto. When I lost weight about 6 years ago, I had gained about 40 pounds after I became a flight attendant because I wasn't able to work out as much. I had this crazy work schedule. And so I saw the movie Forks Over Knives, and then I got the book The China Study, and I read it. And I followed a vegan diet, serious vegan diet, for about 3.5, 4 years. And let me tell you, I got the thinnest that I ever was. I got down to about 135 pounds. I'm 5'6", and I had 17% body fat and a large amount of muscles. And I'll put those pictures in, like I said, so you can see how I went from a little bit chubby to super, super fit. But a weird thing happened. After I had been on the vegan diet for about the 3 years, when I was like at the 3.5-year marker, I started to crave eggs. And I told my doctor about it, and he says, well, why don't you have eggs? And I said, well, I don't want to have eggs because I'm a vegan. But the craving wouldn't go away. And there might have been a vitamin deficiency problem there. I'm not too sure. But I gave in and I started eating eggs. And then I started to feel a little better. At that time, I also tested really low for vitamin D. And then something happened with my body. I went through menopause at that time. So the picture I'm going to show you here, I was 50 years old and I had the best body ever. I was so fit, better than when I was in my 20s. So then I started to eat a little meat. I started to eat, and my stomach, it was okay. You have to have that hump. You're a little nauseous at first, but I felt better physically eating more oils in my diet. I also suffered from severe chapping skin. I had very chapped skin when I was on the vegan diet. But lo and behold, about 6 months after I stopped being vegan, I went through menopause and obviously gained a little weight with that situation because I became extremely depressed. And then went on some hormone replacement therapy and ended up getting an autoimmune illness. So I'm not going to go into the autoimmune illness right now because there are a lot of factors that have to be, to get an autoimmune illness, you have to have a genetic predisposition, you have to have environmental factors and lifestyle factors. So that will be for another video. And for those of you who haven't seen my video on my psoriatic arthritis journey, I'll put a link up above so you can click on that video. I'm going to tell you that another time in my life, I also lost a huge amount of weight. I had gained weight after childbirth and pregnancy and being a mom. I lost 50 pounds because I had gained about 50 at that point with the keto diet. And my son went on the keto diet recently and had amazing success. And with the keto diet, I lost just as much weight as I did with the vegan diet. I also exercised both times. I was always into fitness from the time I was in high school. I worked out all through high school. I joined a gym. I'd never not exercised because I had a predisposition to gain weight. So the amazing thing is that I have lost weight on both diets, and there's a lot of controversy about both diets. But I'm going to tell you, I've done my own research on both diets. I get the Tufts University Health Newsletter. I get the Berkeley Health Newsletter. And for a while, I was getting the Harvard Health Newsletter. They were gifts from my dad because he's super into health. And all of them, I've also read Gary Taub's book, and I've read, like I said, the China study. And the bottom line is this: both diets will help you lose weight. If your goal is to lose weight, you can't go wrong with either camp because you're going to lose weight. The study that was done, that I read in the Tufts University newsletter, talked about how the low-fat diet overall, people lost more weight long term, but it was such a small amount that I wouldn't even try to recommend that one over the keto if you want to lose weight. Health reasons, that's a personal story because both diets have their pros and cons, and I'm going to be honest, there's so much about health and nutrition that we do not know. There's so many pros and cons to both of those diets. For example, when I was on the keto diet, my kidney numbers were a little off when I had my yearly exam, and my cholesterol went up. But for those of you who want to know more about the keto diet, and maybe those cholesterol numbers going up really don't have anything to do with health, because they say that if your cholesterol particles are light and fluffy, it's not going to cause heart disease. But yet, if you have a predisposition for heart disease, the keto diet maybe isn't good for you. The vegan diet has the same problems. You're low in vitamin B12 unless you supplement. I had a huge vitamin D deficiency. I wasn't eating any dairy products, and I fly around in an airplane all day, and I don't get a lot of sun because sometimes I work nights. And I'm sleeping all day. So I had other environmental issues that affected my outcome on both diets. But the dietdoctor.com is the most amazing. If you want to go on the keto diet, that is the best website for you to go to be on the keto diet, because all of them are doctors. They have nutrition experts and doctors from all of the best universities. There's videos, there's recipes. There's a lot of people on YouTube who have amazing keto channels, and I recommend those as well. But I mean, if you seriously want to listen to videos done by doctors and experts in the field for keto, that's the website you need to go to. And for the vegan option, of course, McDougall and Joel Fuhrman and, Forks Over Knives and all the doctors that are involved in that camp. But my personal opinion is, if you're interested in the vegan diet, the best book I can recommend is Rip Esselstyn's book, The 7-Day Rescue Diet. This book is incredible. The Engine 2 Diet was his first book. His father is Dr. Esselstyn from the Cleveland Clinic. He's a heart surgeon, and he highly recommends a complete plant-based diet. And Joel Fuhrman's book, Eat to Live, is also a great vegan option. And you need to just do your research and find the diet that works for you. If you have high cholesterol or heart disease in your family, or you're predisposed, then definitely to lose weight, a vegan diet is a way to go. And the reason I'm highlighting vegan and keto is because these two diets, if weight loss is your goal, these two diets will make you so thin so fast, both of them. And it seems such an oxymoron, right? High fat, low fat. It's incredible what we don't know really about health and nutrition compared to what we do know, right? Kelly Clarkson just lost from the fame of American Idol. She just lost a ton of weight and put her Hashimoto's disease in remission by following the plant paradox. I have read this book as well. And the funny thing is, if you go onto Amazon, there is a rebuttal review to this book by Dr. Colin T. Campbell, who wrote the China study. And you can look for his review. He totally disagrees with everything in this book because he feels there's value in eating wheat products. But if you watch the Netflix video called What's with Wheat, and I'm going to put a link to all of these books and all of these things I'm telling you below, you'll see that there is controversy on Colin T. Campbell's review. But I love and respect him highly, and the problem is I think there's truth. I think there's truth in both camps, depending on your biological makeup. But this book is great, and it's basically you're not eating a lot of carbs or wheat and certain fruits. This book, Dr. Stephen Gundry also has an amazing video on YouTube, and I'll link that below as well, so you can take a look at the plant paradox. And the diet that was recommended to me was by Amy Myers. And I have the cookbook, and this is the autoimmune solution, because I have an autoimmune illness. And this book is basically pretty much paleo. You're eating, but you're not eating a whole lot of meat. You're eating a lot of seafood, and you're eating a lot of anti-inflammatory foods. And basically, you're looking at food allergies, which is why I'm going to the GI guy, so I can have a food allergy test to see if I have celiac disease. And this is a #1 New York Times bestseller, and this is also an excellent, excellent book. And there are so many others out on the market. So I really highly recommend that if you want to lose weight over 50, because it's the hardest time to lose weight. Your hormones are going against you. Your age is going against you. Your joints are not what they used to be. I used to run 30 miles a week. My knees are shot now. I used to work out with weights, which I'm going to incorporate into my 90-day challenge. And my 90-day challenge is going to include every day 30 minutes of exercise, meditation, healing rituals, and eating the right foods. And I'm going to be outlining my 90-day challenge on my website, Boss Life Beauty. So I highly encourage you. I have a link right below. You can go there and see what I'm going to be doing and what I'm going to be up to, because there's something special about being fit and losing weight over 50 that's not the same as when you were 20, right? When you were 20 years old, you would just skip lunch every day for a week and you'd lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks after doing that. You know, it's just, or you would go to the dance clubs in the 80s and you would dance your butt off and lose a bunch of weight and not eat that much. But it's not that way. As we age, if you have a predisposition to gain weight, it takes so much more effort. And then on top of all of the effort and all of the issues with weight loss over 50, you're dealing with disease and heart and diabetes and all these things that happen to us slowly. They creep into our lives after a certain age. So my bet for anyone over 50 who wants to lose weight, there are so many ways you can do it. The fastest way is the paleo, keto, and the vegan, but the DASH diet and the Mediterranean diet are also amazing healthy options. I know so much about health and fitness. I used to have a blog called the Jump Seat Diet, which is still on WordPress, and I'll put a link to that below if you want to see how I lost all of my weight using the vegan diet. But the bottom line is this: you have to do what works for you. I asked my rheumatologist once what the best diet was for weight loss, and he said, and health, and he said the diet that you can stay on the longest, that has the healthiest amount of nutrients. And that's really the truth. And just one more word on the keto diet. When I lost weight on the keto diet, you don't have to go strict keto for the rest of your life. Once I lost all my weight and I incorporated exercise, because I'm a huge believer without exercise, you're not going to get the body you want. And I will show you again, I'm putting in a picture of what I look like at 50 when I exercise. You have to be physically active. And I totally need to embrace this right now. But what I wanted to say about keto was you can eat low carb for the rest of your life, but as you lose the weight on keto and you get to your goal weight, you can add back sweet potatoes and you can add back things to your diet. And when you feel and look terrific, I never really cheated. In other words, once I got to my goal and I went on maintenance, I was able to eat sweet potatoes and white potatoes, and I just didn't eat them every day. I didn't eat any junk food. I was so happy with the way I looked, and I felt so terrific. And the same with the vegan diet. Once I lost my weight and I got so thin, I actually kept losing weight. With the vegan diet, you're eating so little calories. And that brings me to the Mediterranean diet and the DASH diet, which also listed as the two healthiest diets from all of my research, from all of my newsletters. You can lose weight on the DASH diet and on the Mediterranean diet, but you have to watch your calories, because I don't care what website you go to or what you've read, calories count. They really do. And even on the vegan diet, you're eating low calorie food. You're eating so many fruits and vegetables, the calorie level is lower. And on the keto diet, you're putting yourself into ketosis, so you're burning your stored fat. But once you burn all that stored fat and you get really thin on keto, you still have to watch your calories. You can't, fat is high in calories and it keeps you full longer, so you're not eating so many calories. When it comes down to it, if you really, really research all of these diets, vegan, Mediterranean, DASH, keto, low carb, the one thing that they have in common is by reducing the amount of foods that you can eat, you are reducing calories, even if you don't realize it. So, wow, that was a lot, right? So tune into Boss Life Beauty. The link is below for my 90-day challenge. I'm going to put on there the things that I'm doing. I'm also going to have a lot of beauty articles, and I'm so glad you tuned in. If you like this video, subscribe, and I will see you next Sunday with my Avon Big Beauty giveaway. Thanks, and have a great rest of your week. Look at my little kitty. Look at my little kitty. Hello, Lily. Hello.